on oil spill risk at Malaysian ports. Malaysia's strategic location along the Straits of Malacca, one of the busiest shipping routes in the world, brings significant economic benefits but also increases the risk of oil spill incidents. Every day, large numbers of oil tankers and cargo vessels pass through Malaysian waters. When spills occur, especially near ports, they can pollute coastal areas, damage marine ecosystems, disrupt port operations, and require costly cleanup efforts. Although Malaysia follows international regulations and has national response plans, oil spill incidents continue to occur. This shows the importance of improving prevention, preparedness, and response strategies.
Assalamualaikum Doctor, my name is Fatin Norashima Amil with matrix number 300307. In this section, I will explain about the overview of the Malaysian port authorities and agencies involved in oil spill. So Malaysia is a major maritime trading nation and port like Port Klang are among the busiest in the world because of heavy tanker traffic, bunkering activities and petroleum handling. Oil spill risks are always present. To manage this risk, Malaysia has established a strong coordination system involving multiple agencies at the national, port and local level. At the center of Malaysia Oil Spill Response Framework is the National Oil Spill Contingency Plan or NOSCP. This plan provides clear policies, command structure and a tight response system, which is Tier 1 for small spill, Tier 2 and Tier 3 for larger and more severe incident. This ensures that each spill is handled according to its scale and impact. The Marine Department in Malaysia is the lead agency at the national level. It activates the NOSCP, coordinate response operation, mobilize national resources, and ensure compliance with international conventions such as MARPOL and OPRC. The Department of Environment or DOE focus on environmental protection. Its role include monitoring water quality, assessing ecological damage, enforcing the Environmental Quality Act 1974, and ensuring proper waste disposal and environmental restoration. At the port level, the Port Klang Authority, together with terminal operators like North Port and West Port, handle immediate spill response. They activate port oil spill contingency plan, deploy containment equipment, control safety zone, and coordinate with shipping operators. Other supporting agencies also play a vital role, which Bomba Malaysia manage fire, explosion, and hazardous material risks. Local authorities protect public safety and manage shoreline impact. The Malaysian Maritime Enforcement Agency or MMEA control vessel traffic and secure affected water, while the Royal Malaysian Navy provide strategic support for large-scale offshore spill. Overall, Malaysia oil spill management rely on strong interagency coordination, clear command structure, and rapid response. This integrated system help minimize environmental damage, protect port operation, and ensure public safety. Thank you.
In this presentation, I will briefly explain the main causes of oil spills at Malaysian ports and why stronger emergency preparedness is essential to protect the marine environment while supporting global trade. Malaysia is located along the Straits of Malacca, one of the world's busiest maritime routes. While this supports international trade, it also places our ports at higher risk of oil spills, especially with increasing ship traffic and oil handling activities. Oil spills can cause serious environmental damage, disrupt port operations, and lead to high cleanup costs. Even a single incident can have long-term effects on marine ecosystems and coastal communities. Despite existing regulations and response plans, oil spills continue to occur, showing that stronger preparedness and a faster response are needed.
Alright, the next part is emergency response plan. In this section, I will explain the emergency response plan or ERP for managing oil spill incident in Malaysian port with a focus on Port Klang. Port Klang is one of the busiest ports in Malaysia, handling large volume of cargo and petroleum-related activities. Because of this, oil spill pose serious risks to marine life, port facilities, public health, and the local economy. Therefore, a well-structured and coordinated emergency response plan is essential to minimize damage and restore port operation quickly. In Malaysia, oil spill emergencies are governed by the National Oil Spill Contingency Plan, which is supported by individual port oil spill contingency plan prepared by port authorities. This plan covers preparedness, early detection, immediate containment, coordinate response, and cleanup operation, ensuring that all relevant stakeholders work together effectively. Preparedness and prevention are the first line of defense. Port Klang authorities conduct regular risk assessment, equipment inspection, and maintenance of pipeline, tank, and fuel transfer system. Strict standard operating procedures are applied during bunkering and fuel transfer to reduce human error. Regular training and emergency drills are also conducted to ensure personnel are ready to respond quickly. Once a spill occurred, immediate containment measures are activated. Floating booms are deployed to prevent the spread of oil, followed by the use of skimmers to recover oil from the water surface. Absorbent materials are used in confined or shallow areas where machinery cannot operate effectively. Finally, cleanup operations involve safe oil recovery and proper water disposal. All contaminated materials are handled as scheduled waste under the Environmental Quality Act. The Department of Environment monitor water quality and environmental recovery before normal port operation resume. Overall, Malaysia's emergency response plan ensure oil spill incidents are managed efficiently, safely, and in an environmentally responsible manner. Thank you.
Okay, so for part 5 is communication procedure. So coming to the first part of part 5, which is 5.1, communication flow between agency. So we got tier 1 and tier 2 and tier 3, which is tier 1 is our local, which is PKA Client Authority manage the internal alerts where VHF radios channels by 12 or by channel 16. Coming to tier 2 and 3, which is our national tier, comments shift to the Marine Department, which is calling as a short form MARTB, which set up an incident command post, which is ICP. Coming to our last part of 5.1 is multi-agency hub, which is real-time data sharing between DOE, MMEA, and JPPM. Okay, coming to part 5.2, which is our stakeholder coordination, shipping industry, which ensuing port marine cyclers, which is PMC. We got S there because we got a lot of cyclers to alert vessels masters and prevent secondary pollutions. And our local communities, and which is engaging village heads and fishing associations to protect the livelihoods of coastal residents. Last part, 5.3, transparent and public information, which is our legal duty by fulfilling the mandatory requirements and to report the pollution risk. And we got lingual reach, which is issuing notice in Bahasa Malaysia and English, Mandarin, and also Tamil to ensure all communities are being informed. Okay, coming to our part 6, which is recovery and rehabilitations. 6.1, which is environmental monitoring and assessment. The first is DOE leadership, which is spearheads scientific investigations to quantify ecological trauma under Environment Quality Act, which is EQA 1974, and termination criteria by using the quantitative cleanup endpoints to decide when the port's operation can be return to fully capacity. And the 6.2 is habitat restorations, which is site-specific care by using manual cleaning for sensitive mangroves to avoid damage, while using mechanical flushing for studious uh, areas. And also for wildlife response, activating specialized plans to rescue, clean, and rehabilitate oils, habitats, and marine mammals like turtles. Okay, coming to 6.2, which our post incidents review, we got SOP improvement, which is translating reviews insights to better protocol, such as the green line for emergency vessel. Coming to last is with legal and financial, finalizing the incident report to support insurance claim and fulfills legal obligations under the Merchant Shipping Ordinance by 1952.
7.0 is about the training, simulation drill, and future preparedness. This is how it can be used to prevent the oil spill in the Malaysian. 7.1 is about staff training program. Staff training is structured in progressive stage to ensure that skill and competencies increase in line with job responsibility. This ensures that all personnel can responding to all spill incident effectively and legally. The first is tier role-based response training. Training is categorized according to job role and responsibility. At the operational level, staff are trained in basic oil spill response activity, including boom deployment, skim operation, and initial containment. At the supervisory level, managers are trained to assess spill severity, manage resources, and coordinate response operation. At the incident command level, senior officials are trained to coordinate interagency response and follow the law. The second is technical specialized training. Technical specialized receive advanced training to manage complex off-speed situations. These include operating specialized equipment such as offshore boom and skimmer. Specialists are also trained to conduct environmental sampling and maintain proper documentation. Salvage training focuses on vessel stabilization and fire prevention and protect wildlife and manage space. The third is community and stakeholder communication training. This training prepares personnel to communicate clearly to public and authorities. Training include prepare press release, conducting public briefing, and delivering multilingual communication. This is to ensure transparency and public trust. 7.2 is emergency simulation exercise. This is to test how agency respond to oil spill. First is the usage of tabletop multi-agency scenarios. Tabletop exercise simulate oil spill scenario without physical equipment deployment. Participating agency tasks, legal compliance, and decision making. These have improved coordination agency. The second is full-scale field deployment drills. Full-scale drill involve the actual deployment of all spill response equipment such as booms, skimmer vessel, and storage system. Salvage operation and environmental monitoring are also tested. Proper documentation and reporting are recorded to meet legal and compensation requirements. This drill ensure operational readiness. The third is nighttime and community impact drills. These drills are assess response capability under low visibility and high risk coordination. Nighttime operation utilize drone and monitoring system. Coordination are tested with local community with a strong focus on human safety and response speed. 7.3 is about recommendation for future improvement. The first is clear SOP and role clarification. During all spill response, the Marine Department is responsible for navigation and safety. The MMEA enforce regulation, and DOE oversees environmental protection, and port operators support response coordination. The second is equipment readiness, mutual aid, and rapid procurement. Port must maintain ready to use all spill response equipment. Mutual aid agreement allow rapid access to additional resources, while clear procurement procedure enable fast mobilization during emergency. These measures reduce response time. The third is monitoring, review, and community training. By improving long-term preparedness with using satellite, AIS, and drone conduct after action reviews, and turn local communities to report spill. This will improve early detection and public confidence. In conclusion, oil spill remain a significant risk at Malaysian port due to heavy vessel traffic and extensive oil-related activities, particularly at Port Klang. Effective oil spill response require a clear emergency management system and strong interagency cooperation under the National Oil Spill Contingency Plan (NOSCP). Agencies including the Marine Department, DOE, port authorities, and MMEA play critical role in spill detection, response, and recovery. Continuous training, simulation exercise, effective communication, and proper equipment readiness are essential to minimize environmental damage and protect coastal communities.